Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to Pinnacle Gaming. We got some news for you today. This just in. News, Sony decided not to go to E3. Sony honestly doesn't really need to go to E3. They pretty much have so much hype behind them. They could pretty much go anywhere that they want. Um, a good friend of mine, JTech, actually said that if they would have went to McDonald's, they probably still would have got huge amounts of hype because that's just where PlayStation's at right now. You know, whenever they release anything, any little bit of information, it sets the internet on fire. And yeah, this just in, according to this interview right here, Yoshida actually says that participating in hundreds of consumer events across the globe, our focus is on making sure fans feel part of the PlayStation family and have access to play their favorite content. We have a fantastic lineup of titles coming to PlayStation 4 with the upcoming launch of the PlayStation 5. We are truly looking forward to a year of celebration with our fans. So, what this says to me is that they feel like they don't really need to go to E3. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but in this sense, they're saying that they want to build upon, their global brand, which is PlayStation, because now they're finally a global brand, participating in hundreds of consumer events across the globe. So instead of focusing on one E3 event, which costs a lot of money, a lot of time, and they don't really get all the spotlight from it, they want to participate in multiple events, unveiling games after games from what this is telling us. They also said their focus is making sure that people, have that access to play their favorite games. And that's probably a nod on backwards compatibility. I feel like right now their focus is honestly just to focus on their global brand being PlayStation and focusing on how they can maximize you know the amount of hype and revenue and eyes, I guess you would say, that you can really get to per event. An interesting thought that I was thinking about is that in E3, if you think about it, it'd be better anyway to have your own event, because in E3, when you have an event over there, I believe it cost them somewhere between 5.2 million or even more just to actually be over there. So them not participating in E3 saves them a lot of money. Now, that aside, I feel like it's better for, either Sony or Xbox or whatever company to go separately, at A3 anyway, without any of the competitors there, because that allows them to have the floor completely for themselves, so that they don't need to split up the floor and they don't need to, split up the attention. They can have all the attention for themselves, and it can be a nice big event, and they can reveal it when they're ready. That's another thing. But more on to the splitting is that the reason why is that if Xbox and PlayStation were to go, half of the hype that would be coming from anything coming from PlayStation would either be shadowed or in direct competition with Microsoft and whatever the hell they're doing. So that's why, if you think about it, it'd be better anyway for PlayStation to have their own separate event so they can have all that hype and all those eyeballs and all that attention all for them. Because again, these events aren't cheap, so it's best to make it count. And as I touched on the point before, yeah, it's also, it's not a cheap event. Like, if you can save any money, it would make more sense, to save as much money as possible, especially with all these rumors that just came in with PlayStation possibly announcing another acquisition. So that being said, they need to save all the money they can, because acquisitions are not cheap, especially when you're buying AAA studios. Well, this brings a close to another video. I want to thank y'all for coming. Make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that sub button as well. And as always, guys, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every single time I come up with a video. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you later. Peace.